And here it is, the scene of the Interregional 2012, Queen Elizabeth Park, McKays Crossing entrance. So that's where it's all going to happen. Entranceway just in here to the park. And there's McKays Crossing here, which is a railway crossing coming right through. Here is the venue for the Interregional 2012, McKays Crossing. Beautiful Wellington day. There's Alison. There's the toilet block. Train going through. The start-finish area for the Interregional, big space of land. Probably be tents just over there, around the space. Finish area is right in front of us here. And the start area, there's Alison again, just comes across here, between there, down here. It's a big flat area, and we're aiming right down the far end, down there to that post right there. So a good 100-150 metre start. And there we go, we've got some nice cow pats here. Cameron wanted to know, so just right at your start. And so it's quite rough ground here, and just some, this is from the cross-country race left a week and a half ago. Another nice cow pat there for you. Now Alison says as you go down there, and eventually you come across and run along this ridge over here. So we'll go down there later, so you run across that ridge. Beautiful day in the Kapiti Coast. Much better than Nelson was a few years ago. Now as we go along here, the ground is pretty rough, so it's real cross country, up and down, so it's not flat stuff. So little hollows and bits and pieces. Right, so we're doing the big loop at the moment, and the year 5 and 6s do this one, and coming down the hill. And when you do turn off afterwards, you'd turn off to the right here, and you'd head towards that blue marker. So here we go, going down a steep little hill, so after about 150-200 metres, going straight down here. So we're sort of up and down here, different paths. I don't think you have to jump over those horse jumps though, so that's fortunate, but there's a few of them around. But good cross-country ground, nice, and got to watch your feet. They considered jumping over those, but yeah. So nice track here as we go along. Big long route along here, probably about the 200 or 300 metre mark. Goes right along there. If we look back to where the start area is, just over there, you'd be able to still see the runners here after about 200 or 300 metres. And so here it is. You can see Alison going along there. It's the only time Wellington will be ahead of Canterbury, of course, with her just in front there. She has got a bit of red and black on though, I noticed, so very pleased to see that. There you go, Cameron, really nice big patty there, run over by the tractor, so you can look for that one when you run. As you can see, just up and down, a few little puddles, probably unlikely to be here in end of September. Had a bit of rain. As they go through, bit of water here, as we go right down there. So at the stage, probably about the 300 or 400 metre mark, I suppose. And we've got a little hill here which we go up, and a nice horse jump over the top of it. So we'll go up here, bit of a track, quite a good hurdle size here. And there we are, up the top. So we look around, back towards the start area over there. And that's where we've come through, just down there. So another train going by, the McKays Crossing train. So here's our little hill that we're coming down.
Basically now they just run along this path.
And then following this big track here. That's a little hurdle there, so it's come down along the track. And so it just undulates up and down, up to here. So we've just done the little blue sort of loop around, that extra little bit. And as you can see, sort of goes up and then down and up and down. Wide enough track for about 4 people. Up this top of this little rise here, you've come just from back there, and there's the start area over there in the fields, and we just keep on following this sort of wide path as it goes along, and we'll join up with the other track soon. Okay, so for lap 2 of the year 7 and 8s, they will turn at those 2 big hurdles there and come down, zigzag through, down around here, come up and down, and join up to the track up here. It's the second time round. First time everyone comes this way. So as you can see, the sort of gullies up and down. They come down here. This is the second lap. Around. And Alison said the gate will be closed for Canterbury runners but open for Wellington. So it's a shame. So from here we're sort of climbing gradually up along this path. Goes up around there. So following along, you're on a ridge. So we get to this point here. We just follow again along the track, following the wetland loop track. There we go. So it's sort of just up and down the whole way really, it's not flat. It's yep. So this track looks easy, but it is up and down the whole way, so you're going down to a gully there, then up here, but nicely sort of, and then you're going back down again here, where Alison's going. Okay, so here we go, another steep little climb coming up. So it's a good testing course. It's another loop as we go right up to the top of the ridge here. We'll go up there, even have a bit of a run as we go up. Oh, it's a bit tiring. And as we get up the top here, we can sort of almost look over to the start to finish area. So as on the top of here, a bit of a little ridge and a little gully sort of thing to go through here, so you've got to watch yourself in here.
As you can see, this is where the parents stand.
Yep.
They come through that gate there.
So a lot of the spectators will come across here and be standing right here. You can see the ground flattened from a few weeks ago when Wellington had their interzones. And so it's still up and down, same sort of path. We're going up another little rise again. So that's looking back to where we've come from, coming through here. Got to watch some of these ditches. That one will probably have a cone in it. And we'll just keep going along the top of this ridge here.
Yeah, past the Hario fault.
Yep. We passed the Hario fault line, which has been donated some poos from the birds by the looks. And there we go, we'll keep going along. Yep. So here's the track we run across, and eventually we'll go down to the other side through the bushes on that other side there, and back towards there we'll come out. Yeah, when you come through here you'll need to come right through the middle. There's sort of little holes on either side, well, not holes, so just little cabin things. You'll be fine going straight through the middle here. A little path going downhill. Again, just got to watch your feet as you go through into the bushes.
Where it gets very narrow.
So this is a part where it gets quite narrow here. You would have done, I'd say, probably almost a K by the time you get here anyway. So as you can see, it gets quite narrow, so you've got to make your move a bit earlier on. And as you can see to the right there, got to watch your footing, don't go into the pond or lake, what is it called? A few little strands here from the cabbage trees as we come through. Very picturesque though, if you've got time to admire the view. This is the closest. We don't quite go into the water, well, you're not planning to, but as you can see, track's pretty narrow, going through here, right on the edge. Don't go too far over to your right. There we go, very picturesque. So it's very narrow, this part, so you've got to make sure you've got your lead beforehand before you come to this part.
Make sure you're following a Wellington runner.
Alison, make sure you follow a Wellington runner. Well, another Canterbury runner would be fine to follow. the Wellington guys can be behind telling you where to go, hopefully the right direction. There we go. So again, just follow along the edge of the water here, through the trees. There's one of our bridge crossings just over there, which we'll get round to soon. So we're going round here, and this is where we go on to a little gravel path by the looks of it, coming down. Through there. Very nice setting as you run past. So this part here, you're on this gravel, dirty, sort of dirt gravel track, and we'll go around there across the bridge. Across the bridge, similar to the bridge in Hamner really, going across. Lovely view either side of the bridge, but you won't have time obviously to do that. Probably if you're year 7-8 on your second lap, you'll only have a few hundred metres to go. Continue on the path. You want to see the path, that's what it is. It's very firm running, fast running along the path. Still again undulation, a little bit up and down, not flat. And as you come past here, this is the US Marines Memorial. Apparently a lot were stationed on the Kapiti Coast here, so as you go past you can just have a look at these little memorial things. So still on this footpath as we come down. So once we come off the path through this gate, and then take a left turn where Alison's going, and you've got about 300 metres to the finish or so, so nice flat just ground, starting to wind up, and we just follow along here. So basically we just come around here and curve around. The back of here. So that's where we've come from. Just from that gate right around here. Coming round. And we're heading down towards the start-finish area. Right, so as we come down here, you go down to the fence line, come across still on the flat, and we go through that gate down there. Although there's some good jumps just there, actually horse jumps, which could be quite nice to go over. Coming down that, which side, Alison? Probably down to the left here, and we'll finish coming down here. You've got a good 150 metres or so coming straight down. So as we're looking to the right of those two jumps, we come down all the way down here, big long sprint finish to round about here somewhere. So a big long flat area for the finish. Right, so basically here we've finished the 1.8k loop, which year 5 and 6 do. Then the year 7 and 8s, they continue on and they do a second lap, just cutting off a little bit at the start. We'll show you as we go through. For the second lap, the year 7 and 8s, they turn at this point and they turn round. So there's your start area there. You come back through here and you turn right and you do a shorter loop, cutting it off, and follow us in where Alison is. This second loop you sort of do a bit of a zigzag around, following the markers around till you get back up to the top of the track up there. So as we follow around here, so this part just comes around here again, sort of undulation up and down. We go down the side there, then we go up the hill, up a little up and down, up to the ridge around there, and then you're back onto the track again. So here it goes. And then back up again. So probably quite a good spot to make a move off if you're with someone. little hill going up here, going into the second lap with about 1.2 k's to go for the year 7 1/8. You can see up the top of the gate there's where you join up with the other track. So again, come up and down.